It's 1:22 p.m., March 6, 2023. It is 49 degrees in New York City, and I feel like, as I say, New York City is only right. We drop the intro, episode 22. Let's get it, man. WILLMATIC. You already know what it is. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for rocking with your boy. Listen. I'm feeling myself today. I am. Off top, like, I feel like I need to just let it be known. Like, I need y'all to understand, like, the direction that the podcast is going to go in. And this particular episode, man, I'm just gonna let y'all know off top. I'm feeling myself. We could get into that a little bit later, but I just want to set the tone. You know what I'm saying? And let y'all know where I'm kind of at with it right now. Cause I'm not really sure where everybody else is. Once again, thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna assume that Monday. You probably a little depressed right now, thinking about damn. You probably at work right now. You feel me? I work overnight and shit, so I kind of got the whole day to kind of just like decompress. You know what I'm saying? Gamble, do whatever I want to do a podcast and shit. Listen, man, I took 2 weeks off. I had to get my mind right. I had to kind of just, I had somewhat of a, it's been an interesting 2 weeks, like I said, man. We're gonna get into that, man. I feel like let's get into some. What we going? Let's get into the shits, man. I feel like I'm beating around the bush a little bit too much, man. Hold on. We gonna make it, cause if we don't make it, ain't no way we gonna make it if we fake it. We gotta keep it real, yeah, and that's just how I feel. R.I.P. to the look, niggas know when I come through how I cook. Yeah, I'm something like the chef. I'm something like the best. When I step, big stepper coming through, and I pepper. I'm about to edit this whole shit out. Don't Reddit this, put it on my Reddit itch. Working the kicks out. What's the next instrumental for your mentals? Hold on, get right or get left. Alright, so look. Episode 22, E.B.C.G. He is I-I-S-E, W-I-L-L-M-A-T-I-C. Let's get into it though, bruh, because I feel like, 2 weeks, I don't know, man. I'm not even sure, like. So what's going on out there, man? What's going on out in the world, man? It's always something going on. It's always something going on, And I feel like, this be the hardest part right here, because like I said, I kind of like, I gotta work on getting my docket like organized and shit. I'm about to I'm realistically saying, sitting here trying to do a podcast solely. Like, I'm sitting here editing. I'm sitting here producing. I really need to hire some motherfuckers. Like, if I'm really trying to like scale, like on a fiscal level, like fiscally speaking, there's no real plan or blueprint for this. By the way, like, as you can clearly see, I'm really literally just sitting here with my Xbox gamer headset. I have like no respect for like the audio quality or nothing. Like, I listen to the other podcasts, but I'm still podding better than 90% of these. I mean, it is what it is. Like, I'm a student of the game. So it's like, it's Joe Budden, $1 million worth of game, Earn Your Leisure, and then who else after that? Me, yeah. That's how I'm feeling today. And like I said on the intro, I'm coming in hot, and I'm really feeling myself this episode. And I'm gonna put my name in the hat. Like, I'm low key. Like, I really do truly feel like I deserve an Emmy nom for this. Understand that the level of dedication. Like, first of all, 2 weeks off realistically is not really that long. Like, let's be clear. Like, it's people that realistically, I've seen podcasts go under or after the first episode. I've seen people do podcasts and never do one again after that. It's like, fam, you clearly had an interest in doing this, right? For some reason, once you get under them lights, everybody don't have the gift of gab. And, at the end of the day, I can understand that. Realistically, I'm not necessarily the most Nah, I talk that ish. I do. I kind of do that. You feel me? But what I'm saying is, I'm selective with it, right? Like, you're not gonna just see me on any given day. You know what I'm saying, during the week and get the podcast energy. You feel me? And I want to make that clear. Actually, I stumbled on the topic somehow, right? I want to make the distinction between podcast me and me, right? You got to understand that, like, when this microphone go on and these instrumentals drop, especially when the big come on warning. When I hear these instrumentals and this microphone is on and I'm sitting here in my makeshift booth right now, I got the comforter with the sheet, the iron board. Don't worry about the setup. Just understand that I'm in a different mode right now is what I'm trying to say. Podcast me and me are two completely different people. Now, you might not understand what I just said there, and it is what it is. Everybody can't go. Everybody can't go. It's not meant for everybody to understand, and that's understandable. But what I'm basically trying to say is, I lost myself. I did, but I'm back now. Let's not ever get it. Like, I really do this, you feel me? But at the same time, this ain't really like, this is not my life. You understand what I'm saying? This is literally like, it's just like something I know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes, some people know how to juggle. You just have your knack for doing things, right? It's kind of a knack. I'm trying to basically work on, I'm playing chess is what I'm doing for real. My thought is this. If I could give y'all some heat, right? And I'm not going to say without trying, right? Like, I'm really just, like, this is like effortless to do. It kind of is, I got the laptop, you know what I'm saying? If you have a laptop, you pretty much good to go as far as podcasting, right? All you really need is, a couple of topics and a little pizzazz, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like, that's a good start, right? Now, as far as consistency, right, and, obviously coming off of a 2-week layoff, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm not going to hold you, man, because I literally had the pod for y'all, and that's the part that's kind of like, I had to fold, though, you feel me? And like I said, you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Like, I had the pod for y'all over the weekend, right? That just passed, but what happened was UFC weekend happened, you feel me? And Johnny Bones Jones, which is a perfect way to segue into, wasn't going to be my first topic, but it is now, UFC 285, the return of John Bones Jones. I mean, listen, man, I'm not going to even hold you. It's definitely like, this was crazy, just for the simple fact that I've been definitely, anticipating his return. I wasn't really sure, anybody that follows the UFC, anybody that's familiar with John Jones and, kind of, his career and basically his trajectory, right? And just like all of the antics that, come along with his greatness, right? Because there's no question and there is no doubt inside of that octagon, when it comes down to it, pound for pound, skill for skill, martial art for martial art, there is no fighter. There is no fighter. There is no fighter that we have ever seen as good or great as that man. I say all that to say this. He came back and he snowplowed. He snowplowed the guy that they said was the #1 contender. Well, he was actually the champion, right? The interim champion, but that's a whole nother story, right? The interim paper champion, Ciryl Gane, got snowplowed. Snowplowed, man. He absolutely came in there. I mean, and at the end of the day, listen, it really wasn't that much of a surprise, just for the simple fact that, if you watch the follow-up or the build-up to that fight, you clearly heard John Jones say on numerous occasions that he was going to go in there and do exactly what he did, man. There was no, doubt in his mind, which left no doubt in my mind. I have no doubt in my mind that John Jones is pretty much just going to remain undefeated at this point, fam. It's really unbelievable what he's going into that octagon and doing. You know, he makes it look easy. And Ciryl Gane, I'm not gonna hold you, like he was a formidable opponent until John Jones was in front of him, and that's the whole thing. You know, they build the fight up, and you know they almost make you believe to a certain degree, like yeah, you know what, this is kind of an even matchup. As a matter of fact, they even was kind of saying Ciryl Gane had an advantage because he was a natural heavyweight and his movement, and he's the fastest heavyweight. None of it mattered. None of it mattered, fam. When John Jones is standing in front of you, so we gonna definitely be looking forward to that Stipe fight. You know, we definitely, you know, just to keep it on combat sports. You know, we still got Tank versus Ryan Garcia. That's coming up. That's next month, actually. So that's right around the corner. You know, you blink 2 times, that'll be right there. You feel me? Now that right there, I might have to go to Vegas and do the pod for that. I might go to Vegas, episode 30, fam. I don't wanna keep it on, you know what I'm saying, sports completely, but I mean, listen, now that we here, you feel me? I feel like it's only right, you know. The Charlotte Hornets training staff needs to be fired ASAP. And that's what I have written down. Lamelo Ball. Another ankle injury, fam. Well, that was what unfortunately, we have since found out that is now upgraded to a fractured ankle. Lamelo Ball is done for the season, fam. And what is going on? Like Lonzo Ball, Lamelo Ball. Is there a Ball brothers curse right now? Is it safe to say that the Ball brothers are like the Kennedys of like the NBA, fam? Why does it seem like it's just like tough luck for all of them right now? LiAngelo, ironically enough, the one brother that we never got to see in the league for more than a week, is the only one that's available to actually play right now. Let's see if that, you know, if that changes things for him. I feel like we just keep it on the NBA, man, and we go right to Ja Morant, you know, who currently is in a maximum facility penitentiary right now. Now, on some real, this is the thing, right? I do want to make a couple of jokes about this, man. I do. I kind of want to joke about it a little bit. Just a little bit. There's a small part of me that wants to like just laugh and be like, yo, fam, you're bugging, fam. Like, why are you trying to blow the bag? Like, that's the easy thing to do, right? But, you know, here at the E.B.C.G, Everybody Can't Go podcast, you know, I try to kind of, you know, have a broad view on things, right? And we try to not basically be so cynical and one-dimensional in our views. And I try to look at things from other people's perspective. And currently right now with this situation, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, you probably do, probably don't, I'm not sure. Turn on your ESPN notifications, fam. Ja Morant is going crazy right now. And I'm not talking about his stats. I'm not even talking about a game. I'm not talking about a dunk. I'm not talking about a layup, a jump shot, a step back, a floater. We know he do that, by the way, and he does it well. Unfortunately, all of that skill and all of that talent that he possesses on the court is being overshadowed by something that he possessed off the court. I feel like we can't just use dollars and, you know, somebody's financial situation to basically just negate, you know, their mental situation, basically, and what somebody could be going through mentally and psychologically, or how is he even dealing with or coping with the fact that he now has this responsibility, right, of being this top earner of his entire family, right? Now, I don't know John Morant personally. I don't know much about really his even story for real, right? I know he's a great player, right? And I watch the NBA and I see, I watch his highlights and that's pretty much the extent of that. I wouldn't even assume his upbringing, right? And I see a lot of that. A lot of people, basically, listen, I don't really know what people know about, at the end of the day, a lot of these, journalists and these media personalities, more times than not, some of those guys actually do have some intel and actually know certain things. And, when they speak on certain situations, maybe, they know something that you don't know. Me personally, I'm not going to speculate about another man and how somebody came up and what was going on in somebody's house behind closed doors. At the end of the day, I'm not going to assume I know what's going on in that man's head. Now, we see, certain situations, and, obviously there's been a few when it comes to John Morant, right? I don't really have anything pulled up in front of me, but basically from everything that I've gathered, from Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp, Stephen A. Smith and Woj and everybody else who's been basically reporting on this for the past 48 hours, right? It's been all over the place, right? He had one situation or two situations. I know there was a situation, allegedly it's being reported that his mother was at a finish line and he had to pull up with the goons and he had it on him. And, this is what they say, right? He came there with some guys and a gun was present. I'm not sure who had the gun or why they had a gun, but allegedly there was a gun involved and, there was threats made, and that was one incident. And then there was another incident that took place at his home, interestingly enough, right? Now, I don't know, man. I just feel like, listen, man, you don't have the right to bear arms at your home. Now, we don't know exactly what transpired, right? But what's basically being reported is, he had an altercation with a young man, and that young man made some type of threat or made somebody feel uncomfortable, and a gun was drawn or a gun was brought outside, or so there's been several incidents. And one thing that I'm wise enough at this point, and I'm going to use the word wise, right? At 35 years old, I feel like I'm a lot more experienced than an average 35-year-old. And realistically, fam, this podcast stuff I'm doing right here is really just the appetizer to the book. Because if y'all don't think y'all getting a book from me, at some point, the book is absolutely coming. And realistically, these podcasts are probably going to help me a lot with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, realistically, I didn't even really think about that till now. I'm going to be honest. I'm glad I'm documenting a lot of this stuff. Because I always said to myself, I plan on writing a book. But I'm getting off topic, right? I do that sometimes. Where was we? I just feel like this. I feel like with Ja Morant's situation, man, I don't really know why he would be on IG Live. You know what's so crazy? It's interesting. Like, it's just crazy. Like, not even interesting. Like, I got that notification of him going live. It was like at 5 a.m., fam. And literally, my phone lit up and I was annoyed. And I looked at my phone and I seen John Morant he's going live right now. In my mind, I was just like, fam, what the? I was befuddled. I turned over in disgust, found my soft spot on the pillow again, and knocked right back out, right? Didn't think about it again, right? Until you start seeing these reports, and what basically happened was I should have clicked on the IG live, fam. I could have probably ended this whole thing. I could have probably stopped this whole thing and prevented all this from happening, fam. If I would have just clicked on my damn phone, but all I wanted to think about was some sleep, I could have prevented this. Like, what if I'd have went on the live and he would just sent me a request or something? Could have talked him down. I'm trying to find the humor in this. It's kind of hard to do that just for the simple fact that the man literally had a gun. The man had a gun to his head. I'm not sure. Like I said, man, like I said, there's different ways you can look at the situation, and the easy thing to do in this situation is basically not understand, right? Like, why? What are you doing, fam? You're John Morant. You got a daughter. You got a like. This is like it's a lot going on over there. And for you to be in that position that you're in, the moves that you're making publicly just don't seem to be, it's almost like you're trying to throw this away. And that's kind of like, who knows what somebody's going through. Like, we just, RIP Steven Twitch, that was a whole conversation, basically we don't know what somebody's going through, that was basically a perfect example of that, somebody who just seemingly kind of has it all figured out and clearly didn't, so again we don't, I would just say prayers and condolences to to John Morant. At the same time though, you definitely might want to tighten up though. You know what I'm saying? Like this it looks crazy, fam. Not the gun on IG Live, fam. Understand that me as a 9 to 5 employee, an everyday 9 to 5, I'm not even doing an IG Live, let alone flashing a gun on there. Like, it just doesn't make sense for anybody, right? I'm not sure what's going on, man. He definitely put out a statement, issued a statement that he, they suspended him. They definitely suspended him for the team from, well, I'm not even sure what the length of the suspension is. They said indefinitely, which basically means until we just basically, we're ready to bring him back. So that could be anywhere from, that could be the rest of the season at this point, fam. We don't know what's going on. Or if this is even the end of his antics, fam. Yeah. How you feeling? How you feeling? I'm still in the building. Like the floors and the ceilings. I mean, I'm like the bass. Turn me up as I enter the place. Look, don't stare in my face. I don't like that. I get nervous. What's your purpose? What you here for? Will you serve it? Yeah, like a waiter or a waitress. Life's gotta face this. Look, don't let me really get inside of my book. Episode 22, I'm about to cook. Who y'all thought was shook? Who y'all thought was shook 2 weeks off? I had to get my mind right. Something like a satellite. Look, out of mind, out of sight. And I could do this shit every night. Look, cause realistically, ain't nobody saying shit no more. It's sickening to me. And you know what the problem is? 9 times out of 10, niggas be talking about nonsense. And that ain't common sense. I don't even know who on this instrumental. Little brother, I'm feeling the treble and the bass. Hip hop, 50 years as I take a bow. Turn it up loud. Look, I drop an album tonight. Keep playing with me. Niggas wanna fight the power like P.E. Can't see me. Willmatic TV. So look, I'm gonna come clean, right? Like, so I definitely want to like acknowledge something that it's kind of been like on my heart a little bit. I ain't gonna hold you. So this the thing, right? One of the main reasons why I feel like this podcast that I'm doing is so important, man. Beyond every, obviously, yeah, I want to make $1 billion off of this. That would be amazing, right? If I, listen, if anybody, any sponsors listening, I would, I would like to scale at some point and monetize this, but that's not necessarily the driving point or the focus right now. And I feel like that's when I really feel like, So let me just get to what I'm getting to here, right? Before I get too introspective over this, because I'm not gonna hold you. This instrumental actually is kind of like it's hitting me right now. I'm gonna run it back actually. I've never done that on an episode. Yeah, I need that from the top. That, hold on, man. Little brother, let me hear that. And it's actually fitting for this to be a little brother instrumental, because the topic that I want to get into right here is it's kind of like how do you segue into Kamisha Richards, right? This is the thing, right? I don't want to make this about me off top. Let me just say that. It is about me, but I don't. This is the thing, right? You gotta understand, like, this is a sticky situation just for the simple fact that, obviously Kamisha Richards, is a name and a face now that obviously is kind of like, I almost want to say is like it's a global face, a global figure, right? When that Kamisha Richards story broke, back in 2011, and we obviously don't want to rehash or relive any of the tragedy that occurred, any more than that's already been done. At the end of the day, it was a tragic situation. It was an unfortunate situation. It was an unnecessary situation. I wasn't there. I don't have any intel. I don't have any personal information or nothing like this, right? The reality of the situation is I was sitting back just like you was sitting back, and I seen that on the news just like you seen that on the news. I had no idea, it wasn't until a few months later, right? It might have been like a year, solid year, a couple of, listen, at the end of the day, man, everybody know how the family tree get a little shaky, man. We don't all know what's going on with, what I'm saying? And the fact of the matter is, I was told that this was my sister, my blood sister, like my actual sister. After, I already knew about this tragedy, right? And it's so crazy because, like I said, when I read about it, and shit, what I'm saying? It had me, I'll never forget. That was like one of the first times I kind of really, basically what they would say, when you wake up, what I'm saying? For lack of a better term. That was definitely one of the first times I actually could remember, like, reading an article or seeing something in the news or something that was news related, basically, that, like, kind of really sparked it hit me in a different way, And that was prior to me finding out what I found out. So at the end of the day, this is the whole thing. The reality of the situation is, regardless of whatever the case may be, that's family, and that's definitely family, and we definitely want to acknowledge that that's family, because at the end of the day, that's family. It doesn't really make sense to me, having a platform, having a podcast, being so vocal, being as vocal as I've been over the years on the internet, which in all reality, to a certain degree, had a lot to do with that situation as well. After I found out what I found out, it kind of like I said, man, that hit me in a different way. That's not something that I ever really experienced. As far as I've definitely experienced loss, and the reality of the situation is, I can't even necessarily sit here and say that, like, I never met Kamisha. Me and Kamisha never met a day in our lives. At the end of the day, it's a small world. We could have met in passing at some point. I don't believe we did, though. It's possible, but I don't believe we did. And I don't, it's not really nothing I could really do about that situation other than, just basically find the courage to eventually just come out and say, something that I'm basically kind of been holding on to, what I'm saying? It's not really a big deal, though, as far as, like, what I will say is this, though. What I will say is this, and low key, shout out to, everybody that basically reached out, what I'm saying? A few people reached out. I'm not gonna make it seem like a million people reached out and shit. It was like a solid 4 or 5 people that reached out, and shout out to y'all, because at the end of the day, the reality of the situation is this: you don't know what other people is going through, and that's something that I stand on. And when I see certain situations, or when I just, sometimes you kind of get on social media, kind of sit back and you kind of observe and you kind of say to yourself, I know him, or I know her, or I know the real him, or I know the real her, or you just try to assume that, beyond the surface of what I'm seeing on this page right here, at the end of the day, I know this person, and I'm just going to assume that this person is, you know what I'm saying? You can't really assume, is what I'm saying, for real. So, for all the people that reached out, I appreciate it, you know what I'm saying? But what I will say is this: I'm good, I'm straight, you feel me? I just don't feel like, I just feel like congratulations over condolences, man. That's how I feel. I feel like congratulate me. I don't want condolences, man. I don't want that. I don't want condolences for a situation that, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, realistically, like I said, we all got something that we gotta get through realistically, fam. I don't want anybody to take any time to stop on their journey to make sure like I'm good. You feel me? I had to just get some shit off my chest real quick, and like I said, when I look back at the story though, I kind of understood like, damn, you know what it really was? It was the song. The song, you know what I'm saying? The song choice was a little, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I was having a moment, fam, and I was definitely having a moment, And that song I put there was actually, I mean, if you listen to the whole, Instagram only give you that small portion of the song, and I didn't really take heed to what was actually being said in that particular part of the song, and you know what I'm saying? Realistically, fam, that song is, it's actually very definitely relatable to that situation. If you go back and listen to the whole song, I'm gonna go ahead and take the time to plug, you know what I'm saying? Little Sims right now. I feel like it's appropriate. I could do that while I'm talking about, the sis. Little Sims is definitely, truly amazing artist, man. The name of the song is Who Really Cares, which sounds terrible, but at the end of the day, man, it's a really, really dope message in the song. If you go and take the time to listen to it, man, listen, man, I had to get some shit off my chest. And at the end of the day, I got it off, And like I said, and what I was getting ready to say, because now I'm just kind of all over the place, you know what I'm saying? And I was having a difficult time with doing the podcast after I posted that, and just for the simple fact that I seen all of the feedback that I got. I was kind of a little like, I felt a little weird about that, just for the simple fact that I'm like, damn, like, I'm not gonna hold you. I've never gotten that response on any story in my entire history on social media, fam. And I'm not gonna hold you, fam. It's kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? You know what I'm saying? Like why, I felt like it was gonna be like that. Like, don't get me wrong, and it's a reason why. It's just social media is just so fucking predictable, fam, and weird, bro. This shit is so weird, bro. This shit is like a board game or some shit now. Like you could just like look at the instructions and play this shit. Like, this shit is crazy, fam. I said to myself, like, fam, I'm not really trying to bring attention to myself necessarily, but at the end of the day, the 12th year anniversary, was definitely on February 28th, which is, man, which that within itself is kind of like, damn, she ain't even, shorty, man, that's Black History Month, like the last day type shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just, you know what I'm saying? That was just a thought I had, I'm not gonna even lie. Like, I definitely was thinking about that heavy that whole day, like, damn, like, just trying to even, like, put myself in the thought. I'm not even, it's like I said, man, we don't want to harp on that, you know. You don't want to harp on that, but it's just like one of them things that you kind of gotta just, at some point you kind of gotta say this, right? When am I gonna get a chance to get that off, man? I don't talk to y'all. I don't see y'all in places where we can have conversation. And even if I do, I'm late. I'm trying to get somewhere. You trying to get somewhere. Like, I'm never going to just be able to get that off. That's why I have a podcast, man. I got too much stories, man. I got too much life. I got too much experiences, man. Like, it's real out here, fam. And that's some real ass shit at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? That's not even really nothing for play. For real, Because it's a reality. it's a reality, man. It's just man. So many of our, not to get too deep. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't want to turn it into that type of pod on y'all, but I'm not gonna hold you, man. Kamisha, man, this sis, man. What can like I said, from what I've gathered, obviously, everybody knows the story, and it's so ill. It's just so fucking crazy, man. Like, there's actually a story. There's actually a documentary. Like, there's like a series on. I'm not sure if it's on YouTube. I ain't get a chance to watch that yet. I'm not even sure if I want to, for real. That situation is just never gonna sit right with me. It's just one of those things, man. But listen, man. Like I said, it's bigger than me. It's something that I gotta shed a light on, just for the simple fact that like I said, me being so vocal and over the years with my platform and basically just speaking up on other people's issues and shit, other people's problems and shit, for the lack of a better, like, I spoke on so many different things that in all reality, I'm not gonna say it didn't have anything to do with me, because that would be, I don't think that's, I think that we can all look at most situations and find some type of relatability, or understanding, or take heed to what somebody's going through in a certain situation, right? Whether it be the Flint, what I'm saying, whatever it is. My point is this: I can't possibly have a platform where I've spoken up on so many different issues, right? Whatever the case may be, and I just felt the way about kind of having that in the back of my, you know. At the same time, though, obviously it wasn't something I ever wanted to try to use to propel my social media, right? Because that's another thing. That's another thing, fam. The last thing I'm trying to do, is be social media famous. And in all reality, fam, in all reality, I mean, listen, we don't even need to harp on that, man. I just don't think that's a good idea. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why I stopped posting the videos. If you notice, I really brought it to the podcasting for that reason as well. Like, what I look like really sitting here, I don't want my face on this shit. Not all day, every day. And realistically, fam, I got a lot of shit to delete on here. Even though I doubt you can really delete anything on here. That's a whole nother thing, right? Still got my damn iPhone 3G. That shit still can turn on, fam. I still got the iPod songs are still on there. Playlist is still there. The names, photos, voice memos are old. Flings and shit. Like, it's all still there, fam. You're not deleting nothing off the internet. It is what it is. But that was my rant, that was just a little something I had to, basically get off my chest. Congratulations over condolences. I'm okay. I hope you're okay as well. And I hope that, we're not also, basically focused on people's social medias and feeling like, what I'm saying, that like everything that you post on your social media is directly attached to your, what I'm saying, your mood and everything that you're dealing with in real time. Like, at the end of the day, fam, like, people post what they want to post. Like, the one thing about me, fam, is like, one thing I pride myself on. There's a lot of things, but like, I never tried to use this platform as a platform to try to propel myself. You know what I'm saying? And sit on a pedestal on the internet. Because in all reality, like, even the whole idea of like you see how like you can have like private stories now. Like, you can post stories and then like you can only your close friends can see this. Like, isn't that crazy? The idea of being private on the internet. I just feel like at the end of the day, we're all a bunch of lunatics running around with a bunch of technology, and this shit is burning our brain cells. And at some point, iRobot is going to happen. Let's be clear, fam. That robot, that the same robot in the movie, that he about to come and fuck all of us up, fam. They talking about weather balloons. They shooting balloons out the sky. I don't think those is balloons, fam. That's the iRobots coming in. It's about to get crazy, fam. Like, all of this shit is really like, it's just like, it's weird. to say the least, right? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm gonna get off of that though, cause I'm an hour in, and I'm probably there's no fucking way, fam. What time is it? Actually, realistically, I'm feeling this pack, by the way, a lot. This is the pack. They got Migos on here. I feel like I gotta let that. I have to get that off. So let me see what topic to go with that. I got the Hornets off, right? Drake go. You know, it's so interesting to me that walking like I talking, walking like I Migo, walking like I look, I walk it like I talk it. You already know this. Everybody can't go. I gotta show this. Look, 2-2 episode when I come through. It's 2:20 on the clock. What y'all wanna do? Look. I don't even know who flow this is. Let me get that. I'ma borrow that and I ain't gonna bring it back. Yeah, and I ain't shopping at the Gap unless I'm copying that dab. You already know I did the dab when I came with that jab. Like Floyd. But I was really gonna get to because I mean, listen, walking like I talk it is Drake on here. That's featuring Drake, right? And if we talking about Drake, right? Realistically, fam, literally the first topic on my shit. Drake got exposed by the GOAT K Dot. Hints at retirement. I'll be dragging it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta kind of put my own little spin on it. You know what I'm saying? So I can kind of know where I want to go when I read it. Now I know exactly where I want to take y'all with that. You know what I'm saying? And the reality of the situation is this: Drake hints at retirement. Do y'all see Drake out here, fam? Like, do y'all see Drake? Like, listen, because this is the same. Like, I'm never letting up on this. By the way, I will forever be, and it's not even like a hate, because I do actually enjoy Drake's music. You know what I'm saying? If I'm being honest, right? Well, most of his older music, for the most part, I don't really do the new stuff. I don't do the. I wasn't really feeling that. 21, can you do something for me? I literally didn't listen to the album because I heard that line. Facts. I don't do new Drake. Old Drake, I could tolerate, right? My point is this: Kendrick Lamar exposed him, and at the end of the day, fam, at the end of the day, like I said, man, like I just don't feel like people be seeing it from my perspective, man. You trying to tell me, like, listen, this is the same guy. I'm talking about Drake here. You've been taking little shots. And Kendrick been taking shots back. It's been a back and forth. They've been playing ping pong in the booth. The both of them. And at the end of the day, I mean, we could, you know, you could kind of go and see who had the better bars if you want to like really look. Drake got some. He had some cool ones. He did, man. If I want to do the conscious, he had that bar. I fucked with that. I did. But in all reality, fam, you can't do that. And that's why you about to retire. He burnt himself out, ladies and gentlemen. And at the end of the day, it's kind of hard. It's just going to be a little harder to do that stuff that you do. I'm not going to I was going to say something about what he do, but I'm not going to do that. We're going to just say that stuff that you do. The Drake stuff, right? It's just hard to do that in 2023 when you got to look over your shoulder and you see Kendrick Lamar ain't go nowhere, fam. And in all reality, you've been out here running around like a damn chicken with your head cut off. You've been playing games, all these antics. You've been having sex with all these young, you know what I'm saying, up and coming video, these vulnerable girls and shit, writing songs about them, acting goofy, getting your hair cut, heart parts and all this shit. Kendrick took a hiatus, fam. Came back and is still better than you, fam. And that's the reality of the situation. Nobody's gonna say it like I'm gonna say it. Because at the end of the day, I've been really paying attention. You feel me? And that's really what's going on here. There's no way around it, fam. That Mr. Morale tour was the best tour we've ever seen in hip hop, fam. Are you kidding me? That was one of the best tours we've seen in hip hop for sure. It was amazing. Then it's just like, fam, like, it's just like, come on, man. You trying to do too much. The 21 collab album. You did the pop album. It's like he burnt himself out, fam. And Kendrick is steadily just climbing his way. And then look. You know what really hit him? As I changed this instrumental, I'm not sure with that neo soul. That was Mariah. We not doing Mariah. We not doing Mariah. We definitely gonna do this. I feel like that it was really the list. Let's keep it a buck. That hip hop 50 list came out. They had Kendrick at number 2, Jay at number 1, which all right, cool. You know, I personally, you know, it is what it is. It's a little different for me. I feel like Nas number 1. Well, realistically, Pac number 1, right? I be forgetting about Pac, man. Pac is number 1. Cause Nas is still dropping albums, so it's like it's so hard to just be like Pac still, you know what I'm saying? But in all reality, Pac number 1, Nas number 2, Kendrick number 3. I'm not mad at Kendrick number 2 though. Jay number 1 though, alright, cool. I get it. I can stomach that. But Drake was nowhere near that top 5. They had him at number 8. They had him at number 8, fam. Come on, man. Enough said, bro. I feel like that personally, I feel like that really hurt him right there. And then they saying that J. Cole is hinting at retirement as well. I'm not really. Nah, this is, you know, whole different situation here. If J. Cole is retiring, then God damn it, we are gonna roll out the red carpet for that brother, and we will cry and we will applaud that man for his amazing contributions to the culture. Because at the end of the day, I mean, and realistically, fam, it's not really like, it's not a sad thing. If J. Cole decides to retire, you know, at this point, I need one more though. Give me one more give me one more give me one more Born Sinner, man. And I know you shouldn't say that because, you know, at the end of the day, these artists, you know, they don't like to go in there trying to create old albums and shit, but Born Sinner was the one. That Born Sinner. Forest Hills was Forest Hill. We get it. You know, KOD was that Born Sinner though. Enough said, man. I'm hearing, you know, he definitely getting ready. He gearing up to do that Fall Off album, you know. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna be dope, man. You know, the one thing I will say is you're not gonna retire before you give me that Kendrick collab album. Though. That's what y'all not about to do is retire before I get that. And if not the album, give me at least give me one song that's just gonna stand the test of time, bro. I need that one Kendrick Cole collab song, bro. We still have yet to get that, which is crazy, right? I feel like they saving that though. Saving the best for last. That might be the name of that album, which would be crazy, right? But yeah, nah, J. Cole retiring, man. I feel like it would only be right at this point. You know, what else is he really? I could see how he would feel like, fam, what am I gonna keep doing? Just keep putting out great albums, fam? I'm done. Like, I've gave y'all enough at this point, right? Realistically though, how old is J. Cole? We like the same age. J. Cole 30. J. Cole got 4 more solid years in hip hop, man. J. Cole ain't going nowhere, man. And that's the whole thing. Like, we've seen this done before. Like, didn't Jay retire with the Black album? Then he came back. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. That's low key like a marketing ploy, to be honest. The Drake shit is not a marketing ploy though. He really is retiring. The Cole shit is a marketing ploy. You feel me? You know, Drake is out of here. Kendrick heard him. That Mr. Morale, that is tough. It's tough. Like, literally, Everyday Struggle is just the next instrumental in the playlist, right? And I have it on shuffle. You know, the next topic on my docket, you know, and I'm not even trying to, like, I hate to even make the correlation, but I definitely, you know, had a few gripes I wanted to get off about, you know, the homeless outreach programs in NYC need to be revamped. So basically, the reason why I wrote this in my docket is because I basically witnessed them in action, fam, and it's criminal. It's absolutely criminal. I'm not even sure what the vetting process, like, who is hiring the homeless outreach program people. And this is a serious, I might need to, hold on, Biggie. This is a serious question. I need to know who, what building, where is the building that they go to apply for that petition, fam? are they literally going to just find? I don't want to like this is the thing, right? Because I have a tendency of kind of like saying things and not really saying it the way I want it to be said, basically, right? And I'm really, really so serious about what I'm saying right now. I don't want this to come off like I'm trying to be funny. Let me drink some water. Hold on. That usually. Let me slow down. So I'm on the train the other morning, right? It's early in the morning, like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. ish, right? I'm on the L train, fam, and basically what I witnessed was a complete abomination of what the so-called homeless outreach programs. They are not outreaching to anybody. Let me tell you exactly what they're doing. They're walking. They walk up to the train. They put their head in the train, fam. They stick their head in. They go, homeless outreach, anybody needs shelter? And literally, that is all they do, fam. And walk away. They don't even stand there for a long enough time for a response to even be. They literally say that and then just callously walk away from. I literally sat there like in disgust, and I feel like I even said a few things out loud to them. I didn't say it to them, right? Because they were all females at the end of the day, right? And I wasn't trying to I'm not trying to fight no females on the train station, you feel me? At the end of the day, though, I was disgusted, and I definitely said something along the lines of, I'm pretty sure y'all not gonna help nobody like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is disgusting, basically. They didn't even have food. Like, they didn't even have water, fam. Like, at least have the bait. Like, you don't even have a sandwich for nobody, fam. Y'all just out here walking. Y'all look like y'all cold and not for nothing. Like, y'all might need some shelter. Like, I'm not sure. Like I said, once again, and I don't want to make light of the situation. I don't know what the process is. I don't know what they do. I don't know how they select. Because in all reality, it might really be people in the shelter that's doing it, right? And I'm not trying to make, I truly just feel like it's really becoming like, it's to the point now where it's like, fam, you're asking for the crime rate to be sky high, and you just leave people laid out on the street, and then you send, you know what I'm saying? You send 3 people who basically don't look like they have the resources to help anybody. It's truly disheartening to see it, man. And honestly, at some point, I will pen a letter to the government, man. I'm not sure who that has to go to. I'm not sure if is it Kathy Hochul? Is that Kathy? Who gets that letter, fam? Is that fucking Eric? Huh? Is that Adams? Is that you? Who gets the email about the bull homeless outreach? It really is terrible though, and I'm laughing because you gotta laugh. You know what I'm saying? You don't laugh, you cry. And if you cry too long, you get sick and you probably die. You probably wondering why. Why would you say that? Huh? You gonna edit that or play that? I don't know yet. I'm trying to figure it out. The life's perils and what's it all about. I fucked it up. I tried to get on some Kendrick shit. You can't play a Kendrick instrumental and I don't get on. Come on. I'm gonna get introspective on niggas. This is gonna probably be the longest episode I've done. Like I said, it's so interesting to me that I started off so trash. Now I'm low key like I'm looking for my pen at this point. Damn near about to hit the 2-hour mark any second. Now where we at though? Realistically, 1:14. I'm gonna chop this down. This is gonna be about an hour. But realistically, I still got more on my docket, right? So where's my pen though? I really need my pen right now. I'm high now. I'm high now. Life's a bitch, pull the panties to the side now. I'm high now. I'm high now. Yeah, I'm good. I'm great. How y'all feeling? How you doing this morning? Did you eat? Did you eat? Are you late for work or school? It's cool. I need you to know something. That even if you don't hit your goals, nobody knows. Because if you kept it to yourself and you ain't put it on Instagram and try to front for the hoes, it's not a show, When Yo, I got bars, man. Stop playing with me, by the way. Where's my pen, bro? Fuck. Fucking hate when this happens, man. I can't cross my shit off now. I can't continue the podcast without my pen, by the way. If y'all didn't know, it's like a thing. Like, I need the pen in my lap with the docket, bro. Damn, son. This instrumental hard as fuck, by the way. Let me get some of that back. Yeah. Yeah. I've been hungry all my life. Alright, son. I'm not gonna hold you. We gonna have to just not have the pen, to be honest. I'm not sure where this shit went, bro. I think it went in the chair, though. And if it did, it's over. I ain't getting in there. Alright, so we could go off of the eye. We could do that. So, alright, boom. Homeless outreach programs is out of here, right? Congratulations over condolences. Kamisha. Man, Prince Harry. Hey, yo, man, Prince Harry is wilding. Yeah. At this point, we just gonna have to just call a spade, man. And in all reality, we might be wilding, right? Because I'm not really sure why. And by we, I mean like American society. There seems to be there's always been like a fixation and a fascination, when it comes to like that whole royal family and that whole situation. And at the end of the day, listen, I don't know what's going on. Let me just say that, right? Before I even continue, right? I just see certain shit on the internet, man, and I go to the docket, man, and I jot it down. And when I turn the mic on, I kind of got to just say what I wrote down. Like, I'm not going to run from it. Prince Harry is wilding. You ask yourself why? Well, type in Prince Harry in Google right now, and you'll see that Prince Harry is charging the everyday 9 to 5 blue collar, hardworking man and woman trying to feed their family. They probably don't got enough money to get shit, groceries, inflation, all this going on, right? Royal family prince, the former prince, which at the end of the day, you're not really, how you be a former prince, fam? Once you're the prince, you always have, you still got access to those resources, right? So you on this this new sovereign journey. You and fucking what's shorty name? Kelly. I should know her name, right? Is it Kelly? Markle. I know it's a Markle. There's a Markle in there somewhere. My point is this, fam. Prince Harry is charging $33. I'm definitely gonna have to edit this to be watched doing live therapy. Let me close my docket. I'd be like me charging niggas $33 to watch me smoke a blunt, fam, which is also a form of therapy, right? I'm doing therapy right now. This podcast is a form of therapy. You think I'm gonna charge somebody $33 for this? It's worth way more, by the way. I would never do that. You can't put a price on this, by the way. You can't even put a price on this. And my thing is this: I'm not even really sure. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the hustle is there. Like, you're charging people $33 to watch you do therapy. So my question is this: is he really like a normal person now? If you're charging people $33, I'm not even sure how you come up with that figure. 33? Might as well went up 35. Like, it made it an odd number, fam. Like, why 33? Which is also an odd number. You really should have went to 40. Hit him with the 40. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to pay 33, you're going to pay the 40. Is what I'm saying. That's a $7, return. I'm not really sure. My pen was on my lap, ladies and gentlemen. This is crazy. My pen was literally in my lap the entire time. You got to understand that I literally stood up, walked around, jumped up and down. I did all type of shit just now. I'm not even sure how that was just in my lap right there. That was crazy. I feel like it was in the. I feel like I know what happened. It slid out. It was probably in the other. Anyway, so let me cross off Prince Harry. So we got Prince Harry out of here, all right? E.B.C.G, man, what's going on out here in the world? And do y'all even care? Let me turn up my snare and my bass and my treble. I am truly not the devil. I would never say that. And if I did, I would never play that. I hope. Because if you did, you would probably be demented. Look, and I don't want that for your mentals. On this instrumental, I will vent too. 2:40 p.m. on the dot. E.B.C.G. I'm about to drop episode 22, and I will not stop. Maybe I'll get to 100 episodes this year. Maybe it's possible. Let me think about that though. Realistically, fam, at this rate, and as inconsistent as I've been, which in all reality, like episode 22, I'm really low key. I'm really at episode 40 because what happened was I had a couple throwaways in the beginning there. I had the SoundCloud at first. The Ye situation. I dropped a few of those and I ain't really number those. So realistically, fam, this might be episode 40, but it's cool though. We're gonna call it episode 22 and we're gonna keep it pushing, right? Because this is what I do this, you feel me? So realistically, if I'm at 22 in February, yeah, I would assume that by December, we at 100 or beyond, you know what I'm saying? Inshallah, God willing, they say you make plans and God laughs. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of just the timing I try to be on. Every single day. Not to say that you shouldn't make any plans. Because that would just not be wise, right? And as we get older, we should be getting wiser, and we should be more well thought out, and we should be more, well prepared and well planned for what's to come or what's not to come. But at the end of the day, in all reality, fam, take advantage of every opportunity and every moment, right? And never use any moment or any opportunity to down one of your people, or not even your people, because I'm all for that, right? It's every man for themselves right now. Just don't down anybody, because in all reality, you gotta look in that mirror, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta, you still gotta make it make sense, you feel me, for yourself. And I feel like you could clearly see that a lot of people are struggling with making it make sense right now with themselves, man. And so many different things spawn out of that, whether it's, verbally or physically, it might even come in the form of a slap. And in all reality, that brings me to my next topic on the docket. Chris Rock ethers Will Smith almost 1 year later, though. New Netflix special, Selective Outrage, you know what I'm saying? I ain't watched the whole episode or anything like that, but I've definitely, obviously a couple of the clips have been going around the internet or whatever the case may be, and Chris Rock basically, man, it's just good to see Chris Rock back being Chris Rock, basically. You know what I'm saying? For me personally, I feel like this is the first time that I've kind of felt like Chris Rock was Chris Rock again since that whole incident. I'm not gonna hold you. Will Smith slapped the Chris Rock out of Chris Rock, fam. He ain't been Chris Rock that this whole time, fam. And just a few little seconds I heard, of the stand up, it sounded like vintage Chris Rock, So that's a good sign, I definitely want to say that I think that it's funny as hell that I didn't know that Jay Dilla did this instrumental. That's not what I think is funny either. But I guess it kind of is. I'm going to change it too because I played that so much on so many different episodes. I want to give y'all new energy on this episode. I see Lauryn Hill's Sweetest Thing. I click on it right away. And we don't hesitate, right? I gave y'all this on one of the episodes as well, though. I did. Hold on. Let me get the instrumental right, man, before I... Girl Next Door. This shit got fucking R&B and shit. Come on, man. Let me get some. Yeah. Let me get this right here, though. Yeah, so where was I? Yeah, man. Chris Rock. Yeah. So Chris Rock is back at it, man. Chris Rock back at it like a crack addict, and I'm not talking about Pookie. Or maybe Pookie back too. I don't know, man. He on that stage going crazy on Will Smith, Jada. You know, he definitely up there letting it loose. And he ain't holding back, fam. The only thing is like damn, why we kind of wanted this that week, fam. Like, realistically, like, I'm not sure why he waited till this point. Or maybe this is his way of slapping Will back. Like, you thought it was over. I got you when you thought it was cool. Like, you out here trying to promote movies again. Like, shit is sweet. Nah, I'm still on you, fam. This is probably his little way of slapping Will back because, you know, clearly he admitted it himself at this point that he can't beat Will Smith. You feel me? So this is his little way of slapping Will back, I guess. You feel me? I'm going to hit you when you're not even expecting it, dog. Now I'm going to do a whole Netflix special, and I'm going to do it live. I believe that this was like the first live Netflix special, or whatever the case may be. So yeah, man, Chris Rock is back out here. I'm definitely going to tune into that. I want to definitely see the whole thing, you know. It's going to be interesting to see how, you know, Will Smith responds though. Like, what if he had been there in that building, man, and he would have walked on that stage and smacked him again? That would have been crazy, you know. The Kendrick Lamar AI voice has definitely been trending, you know. That's definitely been trending, and all I gotta say about this is I'm not even gonna stay on this for too long. All I'm gonna say is this: like, if there's a Kendrick Lamar voice filter available for purchase, if it's illegal, I will have it, fam. I will have it. Let me just say that right now. Let me just, for the record, let me just clear the air. Let me end the speculation right now. If there is a Kendrick Lamar AI voice technology that I can grab and have, I will redo his whole catalog, fam. Are you kidding me? That is one of the greatest. Nah, but in all reality, though, you know, it's kind of like it's problematic, and I do see that, you know, certain people have spoken out against it just for the simple fact, you know, in particular, you know, hip hop aficionados such as Guru, you know, basically spoke out and, you know, had some, you know, took umbrage with that just for the simple fact that I didn't even really read what his explanation was, but I'm pretty sure that it was something along the lines of like, it's not good for hip hop and the future of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Which I could completely understand. I do feel like that is kind of problematic to a certain degree. Like, if we start just having robots basically creating, you know what I'm saying, taking the sound from us, then at that point, what are we doing? Right? So it's kind of one of those things, like, you know what I'm saying, you know, if it's just like a little play thing, like a little app or something, maybe, that's still problematic, by the way. Because now you got people that's probably going to be out here really trying to, like, put out songs as these artists, you know what I'm saying, which that's going to be a whole lawsuit and copyright infringement. Listen, man, at the end of the day, fam, they lawyered up. So if y'all want to play, y'all can play like that if y'all want. Me personally, fam, I want no parts of it. I was really just joking. Like, realistically, fam, I'm not into none of that. I don't even want anybody else's voice. I got my voice, fam. Y'all hear this voice? Huh? Come on, it's 22 episodes of this, man. Why would I want another voice? Hold on, now I gotta change the instrumental on me and get right for the next. For where I want to go with this next. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, man. Chill, freeway. Lupe got it from here. Yeah. Soundtrack. YEdidas. So I'm not really sure, you know, what's going on with Kanye right now. Ye, pardon self, Ye, I haven't really seen or heard anything from him personally for a few weeks now, which is, probably for the best, what I'm saying, for himself, obviously coming off of last year, it kind of got real hot, and one of the hot topics, that spawned out of all of the controversy from last year was Addidas, and Addidas, you know, who had the big partnership and this big relationship with Ye. They certainly cut ties with Ye, and basically left him to fall flat on his face. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically left him for dead, essentially, right? When everybody else was kind of turning their backs on Adidas was really, really quick to be one of the first people to step out and say, you know what? We don't want to be associated not with just Kanye West and his brand, but with Kanye West as a person, as a human being. We don't believe in what he believes in. We don't stand with him. They cut ties with him. You feel me? Quicker than a fucking, you know what I'm saying? Than a Crip and a Blood, you know what I'm saying? Cell block, man. They cut ties with him so fast, and basically all that's been happening since then is Adidas has been completely plummeting in stock, right? Everything has been down. All of their projections are down. They've been losing a lot of money, millions, if not billions, right? And that's just what's being projected. So fast forward, now we at a place now where seemingly Adidas wants to renegotiate and restore some type of. Listen, at the end of the day, fam, at the end of the day, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Is there any denying our influence in is it not more clear now? How more clear can it get at this point, fam? That they literally need every fucking single dollar that we have. They need all of the influence that we have. We literally dictate the culture, fam. We are the pulse. And at the end of the day, man, like, this is actually kind of like, this is damn near like probably one of the biggest stories of the year, realistically, fam. The fact that they really want to, like, fam, you gotta understand, man, the stuff that they were saying, it's like, y'all willing to kind of walk all that back just for what? To profit? Because you about to lose all of this money? What does that say about just that whole situation in the first place and what was being said in the first place? You might want to go back and watch that Drink Champs interview after Adidas reached back out to Ye. That's all I'm saying, man. We might want to go back and rewatch that interview and really listen this time, fam. Because in all reality, fam, he was saying some wild shit too, though. He was. We gonna get off of that, man. I'm an hour and 34 minutes in, by the way, which is crazy, man. I got some editing to do, but it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure. I gotta dust off the pad and all that. Get back in my editing bag. You don't really lose that, fam. I'm like a old time basketball player with the pod. You feel me? Like, I still got the jump shot is the last thing to go. The edit is the you don't lose the editing for real, right? I'm not even sure why I just went on that tangent. You know what I'm saying? Like I said in the intro, I'm kind of feeling like I'm just that dude. And before I get into my you know to my my clothes or whatever the case may be, right? Because I'm getting ready to be off this. Episode 22 has been real. It's been amazing. I feel good. I feel great. Hour 35 minutes. I'm gonna chop this down. We might get down to like 124. That's my goal. Hour and 24. The goal for what we want to get to in this episode, man. I definitely, feel. I feel like, man, we gotta celebrate all our wins, man. Whether they be big or small. I could have had a bunch of small wins. You know what I'm saying? And that might have added up to a big win. Like, at the end of the day, fam, all I'm saying is this. It's we never gonna not acknowledge the wins. We never gonna not acknowledge the wins. And in all reality, fam, you know, everybody gonna have a different way that they go about it. For me personally, I just feel like it's so important that we stand on our 10 toes and get what we gotta get done. I just feel like, man, what is really like. I just would never understand the idea of being a hater. I'll never understand the concept of being just being what's the word I'm looking for? Because hater is kind of like, that's like low key outdated now, right? Hater, we already know what that is. I feel like the hater has evolved now into something else, man. Like, we are not just dealing with hate at this point, man. We dealing with, like, dog, these are like Jedis out here, fam. Like, this shit is like a mob. This shit is like organized. It's organized hate now. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is a different type of, hate that I'm talking about, man. And in all reality, fam, in all reality, I don't care, is what I'm really trying to say. In all reality, I don't care. I'm going to get what I need to get done. And in all reality, fam, no matter what's in front of you, like, let me just paint a picture, right? Let's just say hypothetically, you get you in a new workplace now, right? You get a new job. I'm in a new environment now, right? I gotta get to know, obviously, what my roles and responsibilities, the job, right, and everything that entails physically. But that's usually not really. That's not usually the hard part. That's usually the easy part, right? There's never usually any real issue with the job and what the job entails. Usually 9 times out of 10, pardon me if any static just hit y'all. I just definitely almost dropped my laptop. Man, I'm beating around the bush, right? I literally had to call a whole meeting at my job to basically make sure that we had clean bathrooms, fam. Now, this is my issue, right? With, not just even just with that situation in particular, but just within, in general, fam. I just don't understand the concept or the idea of, people having the expectation that you're not going to say something or do something for that matter, right? Like, I just don't, sometimes maybe I'm just a little too alpha for myself. I'm not sure what it is, fam, but the bottom line is this, fam. But the bottom line is this. Ain't no 3/5 of a human being anymore, fam. We not sitting back and we not playing favoritism. I'm not with none of that shit, bro. I just feel like if you have bad intentions, it's impossible for you to be around me and be comfortable. If you have bad intentions, if you have ill will, if you got ill will for Willmatic, you definitely gonna be uncomfortable around Willmatic. I'm gonna come with the static, dog. And at the end of the day, it's something I have to learn, and it's something that I learned. I learned a very, very important and valuable lesson this week. And I had to take a week off because, I had some things I had to process over the weekend, not to mention the big fight and all that, right? And I'm at a place now where I just feel like I'm so fortunate, man, to just have, I don't know, man, what's the word I'm looking for? To just have the ability to be able to tap into what I need to tap into to get through whatever the fuck I need to get through. And at the end of the day, it's so many situations where, things could basically go left fast. I'm talking about really, really fast, right? And in all reality, fam, what we can never do and what we should never do is allow, our emotions, right, to lead our actions, right? And I'm off the dome with it, right? So just flow with me. Our emotions shouldn't lead our actions. Our actions is what's supposed to be leading our emotions, right? You gotta not put your emotions to the side, man. That's something I have to learn for myself, man. And that's probably, I'm not even sure, that might be the name of that episode, man. Like, low key, like, put your emotions to the side, and sometimes you gotta take yourself out of the situation, fam. I'm talking about, yeah. You gotta really stay in there and literally tap in and get into your own, you know what I'm saying, your mind basically, and remove yourself from the situation, man. That's something you gonna have to learn how to do. Because I'm not gonna hold you, they gonna come at you crazy out here. I'm talking about crazy. I'm talking about like you sitting there in disbelief. Like, they just came at me that crazy? Did you not expect for me to rebut this? Like, you feel me? And there's a way to go about it, man. And that's all I'm saying. But I say all that to say this, man. Y'all gonna make sure that the bathroom that I use every day is clean, man. And the idea and the reality of like being in 2023, like, fam, we just came off of a whole pandemic, all type of shit. Like, and if I gotta be the you know what I'm saying, the dude that imagine being scorned at work for being the person that made sure that the bathroom was clean. What does that say about? Enough said, my nigga. Enough said, bro. Enough said. They even want the bathroom clean. Y'all mad the bathroom clean? Fam, are you fucking out of your mind? We just came off of a pandemic, all type of dirty shit going on out here. You think I'm about to be walking into a bathroom all muddy, sink black? I'm talking about black. Like, the sink was literally black, fam. The white sink. I had to go and take it upon myself to clean that bitch. Then we not even gonna talk about what I discovered in the soap dispenser. The soap dispenser, motherfucker, you open that shit, it smell like piss coming out this motherfucker. The soap is pissy. Like, bro, what do we? This is not Rikers Island, fam. And I wanted to get that little brand off, just to say and just to encourage you to go in and turn up when you need to go turn up. But at the same time, keep it down though. Don't turn up too much and fuck the bag up. What I'm saying is this, because that's an option too, right? And we done did that so many times, right? Imagine turning up, fucking up the bag, only to get into another situation to do that shit right again. You gotta be smart out here, is what I'm saying, man. Don't let them trick you out your bag, man. Huh? Give me that loot, dog. 22, dog. I think that's it. I think we done. Episode 22, I'm on the run. I put the docket down, the pen drop. Episode over now. Yeah, Realmatic TV. I appreciate you. You appreciate me. I don't need no love, no likes. Out of mind, out of sight. Matter of fact, I don't even hear from y'all. Why y'all niggas in my DM? That's something I don't be at. See that niggas RIP. They quick to say condolences, but they won't congratulate. I feel like that's kind of low key, kind of hate. Low key hate, bro. There's so many different ways. I really got to 1 hour and 45 minutes, huh? I got some editing to do. You know, episode 22. You already know what it is. It's been real. I had to spin on y'all, man, and really like, hold on, man. Let me make sure I got everything out before I end this shit, though, man. Hold on, man. I don't know when episode 23 gonna drop. Damn. Nah, but yeah, you already know what it is, man. Everybody can't go. That's the name of the show. You already know. I'm trying not to flow. Hold on. It's so hard not to. You feel me? The instrumentals, it makes it so hard to not just want to like rap out of this shit. But realistically, fam, though, that's a rap, man. Outro. You know, be good, be great. You know, be on time, never late. You know, stand on your motherfucking 10 toes. Get the job done. Get the bag. And get the fuck out the way, man. Get the bag and hide, man. Stop being so loud. And stop showing your goddamn hand, man. Because at the end of the day, this is a game of poker we playing out here, man. It's interchangeable though. Some days we playing chess, some days we playing poker, fam. Don't expose your hand. God damn, everybody can't go. It's been real, y'all. Y'all already know what it is, man. WYEdidas. Until the next time.